Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing today? For those of you who are joining me on my channel for the very first time, my name is Lauren McCann and I am a beauty guide with LimeLife by Alcone. And today I am actually going to show you how to create a BB cream out of their perfect foundation by mixing it with an amazing facial oil called Due Date. So for those of you who have never heard of Due Date, it's a facial oil that's actually really great for all skin types. And let me just break down a few ingredients for you because I'm telling you, this is a game changer whether you have dry skin, mature skin, or oily skin. So one of the key ingredients is palmarosa oil. Palmarosa oil is going to refresh your skin and reduce inflammation. And it smells amazing. It smells so good, you guys. It also has helichrysum oil in it. Now, this actually stimulates the production and protection of new skin cells. It helps prevent infection. It's antimicrobial and has anti-inflammatory properties. I don't know if you've ever used essential oils on its own, but helichrysum is really an amazing super ultra healing oil and I love it. I think it smells delicious and it's one of the key ingredients in Due Date. Next, we have Chisandra fruit extract. That reduces overactive cell turnover, which can leave skin dry and inflamed, and it helps even out skin tone. So if you have any blemishes, scars, maybe some melasma spots, those dark circles, that Chisandra fruit extract is a really key ingredient within this Due Date that's going to help with those skin ailments. Lastly, another key ingredient that I have to tell you about is called rose hip seed extract. This is great anti-aging, good for acne, reduces dark circles, and treats signs of aging. It's full of vitamins, antioxidants, and essential fatty acids that are going to help retain that moisture so that your skin stays nice and hydrated. Now, I'm sure if you're like me and you are acne prone, you're probably thinking, girl, a facial oil is just going to make my face break out even more. I am not joking. This right here can definitely be a game changer because of the ingredients that are inside this little bottle. They're actually really going to be healing for your acne, okay? So if you're doing all the proper things in your skincare regimen, you're cleansing it with a great acne, oily skin type cleanser, and you're using a really good light, airy moisturizer, Due Date is a great facial oil for you to use alone by itself a couple nights per week to add that hydration and help heal those acne scars. Or if you're like me, especially in the winter months when your skin gets a little more dry or you have mature skin type, mixing it with your foundation, the perfect foundation to create this B&B cream is going to be a complete game changer. So I'm going to show you that next, so stick around. You're not going to want to miss out, okay? All right, so there's a couple of different ways that you can achieve a B&B cream out of these two products. First, you can take the Due Date by itself and put a little bit in your hand and rub it in all over your face, and then apply your foundation. I personally am going to show you how to mix it before application. So what I like to do is take a handy dandy little spatula. If you don't have something like this already at home, you can purchase them on Amazon. They're super cheap. They come in a big old pack like 50 or 100, and they're really nice for a whole variety of things. But in particular, I like to actually take a little bit of my foundation. You don't need a lot. This foundation is highly pigmented, 50% pigmentation. What does that mean? It means that you're going to get your biggest bang for your buck out of this foundation. It has less fillers in it, so a little bit truly goes a really long ways, and you're going to achieve the desired coverage that you want to achieve. So I'm going to just put that right on the back side of my hand, just like so. And then I'm going to take just the tiniest little drop of Due Date here. You really don't need much, so just be aware when you're pumping that out to not really do a full pump, otherwise you're going to get way too much. And then I like to mix it right here on my hand. And this just helps for me get that foundation and the oil all together prior to putting it on. And you can see it just really starts to get this really creamy, like B&B kind of texture. If you want it a little thicker, you can add more foundation. If you want it more liquidy, you can add more oil. Now you're probably also thinking, Lauren, now I'm going to look all greasy and oily. No, what's really great about this facial oil is that it gives this really pretty, healthy, dewy glow. It doesn't look greasy. It doesn't make your face feel heavy or like cakey or thick. It's a total game changer. So if you have oily skin, this is still an option for you. My skin changes throughout the year. It has changed throughout the years. I mean, I am getting older, right? It's not like I'm gonna stay young and supple forever, but season to season, my skin does change. So in the winter, I am definitely a little more dry. And this is 100% how I will use my foundation almost every day throughout the entire winter. But in the summer, I'm a little more oily. And I still do this most days. It just really depends on how your skin is acting and what your skin needs. Ironically, when I am out in the summer and it's really humid, I sweat a lot more, and that sweat tends to clog up my pores. So I really have to be really aware of my regimen with my acne face wash to keep those pores cleaned out to avoid any kind of flare-ups. In turn, sometimes it makes me still dry, and then I'm overproducing oil, in turn appearing really oily. And if you think about it in essential oil world, if you put on an essential oil, and it burns, if you use water, it's going to burn even more. If you dilute that oil with another oil, it goes away. Oil combats oil, my friends. Hallelujah! So take a chance with it. Give it a try. Oil combats oil. If you have oily skin, this is definitely an option for you. If you have dry skin, option for you. That mature skin, option for you. So once I have my B&B cream all over my face, now I'm ready to blend it in. And there's a couple of different tools that you could use. You can use a diffuser brush. This is LimeLife by Alcone's diffuser brush number 17. And I like this brush because it gives me a really light sheer coverage. And I use more of a stippling effect when applying my foundation. There is another version of this. The style is nice and clean and crisp black now. These are our old brushes, but it's just a smaller head. And this one is called a buffer brush. I believe it's brush number 5. Otherwise, you could definitely use a little blender sponge. And what's great about these sponges is they come in 2 different sizes. You can get a little tiny, little mini, or you can get the full size blender in this big eggshell like this. I need to clean my tools, friends. It has the flat side. It has this nice, beautiful round egg shape, and then the pointed tip to get into those small areas. But when I do the B&B cream, I like to use my diffuser brush, and I'm just going to do a little more of a stippling effect. And this is just going to help blend this in all over and not create those streaks, right? Which is what I want to avoid. I don't want to add streaking to my face. I don't want anything to settle into any little fine lines or wrinkles that I have. I want things to settle in. When I go down my neck, I do a little more of a streaking motion, but when I'm on my cheeks where my pores are, I want that to sit over my pores. Again, not streak across my face or wipe off. I want it to stay put. So just a little more of that stippling effect. So you can already see that amazing coverage. For one, that's that 50% pigmentation, less fillers, more coverage, bigger bang for your buck, right? And you can still see all the discoloration, the purple under my eyes. Look at the change that made just with the foundation. I haven't even done my concealer yet, my friends. but you can see that it covers up that redness really nice, and I don't look super greasy, right? It's just a really nice, healthy, dewy glow. So same thing on this side, that stippling effect. Dun, 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 dun. Need some background music for this part. But that's the beauty of LimeLife by Alcone's Perfect Foundation. It has been by far my favorite foundation in the last, like, gosh, when did I start wearing foundation? Probably when I was like 16 and maybe 18. And I'm 36. So over the last, 20 years, I've tried a lot of different kinds. I used to buy over-the-counter foundations like at Target or Walmart, right? And I would be refilling those foundations every single month. So I might be saving money up front, but ultimately by the 3 months, 6 months at the end of the year, I've spent more money on foundation because I've had to refill it frequently, right? Right? Am I right? I know you feel me on that. Plus, it was jam-packed full of fillers. So for me, like I've been saying, an acne-prone skin type. When I had really bad acne, it wasn't doing nothing for me. It wasn't giving me the coverage that I wanted to hide those insecurities that I had. And if you've ever suffered from acne, it's like sometimes it's debilitating. It's embarrassing. Sometimes they're really cystic. Sometimes they're really deep. I have crypts in certain areas of my cheeks from hormonal acne. So I want to cover that stuff. Now, foundation's never going to take away the texture of your skin. That's going to come from your skincare, and you really have to find a really good regimen that's going to work for you. But the stuff that I would buy at Target and Walmart just weren't doing the trick. So I upped my game. I moved into Ulta, Sephora, and I started trying different high-end foundations within those stores. And I had a couple of brands that I really loved, but they still weren't giving me the coverage that I wanted to achieve. So when I became a beauty guide with LimeLife by Alcone and I tried their foundation for the first time, I was blown away. I was completely blown away. Not only does this pan last me like 6 months, but a little bit goes a long ways, and I can achieve and cover so much with just the foundation. Sometimes I don't even need the concealer. However, the concealers are highly pigmented as well. The concealers are waterproof, and they also hide any additional areas that you want to cover. For me, still sometimes those acne scars, if there's a little area that I have that I just want that little extra bit of coverage, I just add a little dab of concealer. Or if you're a mama like me, I'm a mama of 3, and I get deep, dark, tired purple eyes. So I like to add a little bit of this concealer under my eyes just to really hide those purple tones. And the color concealers that you need really depend, look at the difference, really depend on the foundation color that you're using and what it is that you want to hide. So I currently am using foundation. Ooh, we changed our names. Look at how unprepared I am, my friends. Foundation number 4, excuse me. Foundation, Perfect Foundation number 4. And so I like to use concealer 3 for my under eyes because it has a salmon undertone to it. It blends really well with the foundation number 4 because it's a pink undertone foundation. And then it also, like I said, hides those purples really well. And then at the end of all my makeup, I go back over with Concealer 0, which is our highlighting concealer. And that's actually what I use to highlight under my eyes, to pull those eyes up, around my brows, maybe a little bit down my nose, my chin, my lip, things like that. So that, my friends, is how you achieve a B&B cream out of LimeLife's Perfect Foundation mixed with the due date. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the rest of my makeup look. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop it in the comments. Otherwise, check the information of this post and I will give you some direct links to the foundation, to the catalog, to the due date, as well as my link tree to connect with me a little bit more. I will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.